Did she disconnect or not, Ritu?
Okay. She disconnected and connecting again now.
But
She
are
disconnected
we
from the dock.
okay? And
Now, if it's not there, I would say have her check the printer because that office,
Okay.
I know it was fixed because I know it was working for Jackie, but at one point they had the USB cable plugged into the network port on the printer, not the USB port, so it didn't
Okay,
actually
so
work.
she is saying she have disconnect the dock from the laptop and connect again.
okay, so
Uh,
now
did it
can you just
install? I don't think
just
I saw it.
yeah, just ask her to disconnect the USB port and reconnect it. That's coming from the printer.
She have done that.
Can we add her to this call?
Sure, let me ask her.
And Mike, while you are on the call, there is one other issue, and that is Samantha Perry. She's having a shared calendar issue. So we that once we have the remote session, uh, and we'll get if there is an issue, we'll most probably have a contact with you.
Yeah, that's fine. And I know Ritu was asking about a T drive situation, so I can always address that as well.
Yeah. So technically, there are three tickets that came in that I believe so were just helpless tasks. So they have each pick one of them.
No worries. I'm here for you.
Right.
Um, and I see that Ritu's got go to assist. Does that mean everyone's got it working? Because that would be fantastic.
No, right now it's three people: Nitin, Ashok, and Ritu.
Okay, all right,
Okay,
three's
so
better
I'm
than none.
adding Sarah
Yeah.
to the call.
Is Sarah joining?
Yes, I am just adding her. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey Sarah, this is Ritu from Service Desk. So we are working on your printer issue right now. So can you please do us a favor and disconnect the dock from the laptop and connect it back again?
Okay. Should be good.
Doesn't look like anything's installing though.
Need to.
Sarah, could you also this is it's Mike. Could you also just check the connection on the back of the printer and disconnect it and plug it back in? And just make sure it goes into the USB port because I know at one point when Jackie was fussing with it when she was having an issue, she plugged it into the Ethernet port for the internet.
Sure, let me see here.
And then doubly, I'd have you kind of, if you can, it should be fairly neat wire wise. I think if you can follow that USB to the back of the dock as well, and just make sure that we reseat that connector too. Because it should have just installed, just like you have two others here. You docked it to other work desks, and it just installed your printer. That's why you have multiples.
This doesn't look like a USB to me.
Well, the end that goes into the printer is not flat; it's more square.
Okay, yeah.
They call it USB B type B.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but there are
That
two
makes
spots it'll
sense.
fit back there, but there's only one that's actually correct. So you should see a little USB logo, and you should see like a little like computer screen with like wires as the other logo. That one you don't want. That is the Ethernet port.
Okay, so I think that's the right one.
And I believe if I'm correct, it's the one the upper one is the one you want.
Yeah, that's the one it's plugged into.
Okay. Yeah, if you check the other end of that as well, just to make sure.
Okay, that's all been unplugged and plugged back in properly.
Okay.
And can we just check if the printer is even on?
It is.
Okay.
Okay.
Huh.
Are you able to
Did you
connect me to like the big printer in the main room here?
Worst case, we can do that, and I can always stop by. I came to the office for a little while in Pittsfield, but I am going to be back up that way a little bit later. Are you there all day?
Yeah, I'm covering all day today.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stop up and see you in a little while. So why don't we connect you to the large printer for now?
Yeah, I just have a 10 a.m. appointment coming in, so
Takes like 2 minutes.
cool.
I'll let Ritu do it. Just just for getting on to know our system. So if you want to take over and add the printer, and I'll help you if you have any questions. Did Nishjay share the site list and everything?
Yes.
Okay. So she is at the North Adams Ashland Street address. I think that's how it was listed on the table that we put together.
Okay. Let me just do that.
Do we know what's the issue? Printer not.
Um, just for what it's worth, I know you'll do it however you normally do it, but I personally I like the old school printers and devices utility, and I do have it shortcutted on the every user's desktop, so you don't have to hunt for it, if that's helpful.
Where is it, Mike?
It's on the every the desktop of every workstation. The devices and like the printer,
Okay,
the add devices and printers utility. It's on every desktop for every user. It's
great.
part of my image.
Ritu,
I'm
can
going
you
to
go to
minimize.
the desktop?
It's getting stuck. Just a moment.
Oh, so they can either close that. Sarah can either close that window for you, or you can engage the administrative piece of go to assist, because if you don't have the administrative part engaged, you can't actually control the UAC box. It locks you out. So if you flick the shield with the person on it and put in your elevated admin credentials, you can interact with all those boxes.
I hope so that the credentials work.
It should be whatever credentials you sign into our jump boxes with. The Greylock
Okay.
credentials should do it, because that's what it's looking for, is someone with administrative rights inside the network. And it will cut the feed while it's doing it, and it should come back.
Okay, let's just see if it's
And
working.
if you're in Duo, it should trigger a prompt for
Yep,
authentication.
it's triggering.
Okay,
Just
good,
a
good. That means it's working. So that's good. And then it should come right back once it's authenticated. All right, there you go. Um, I think it worked. Maybe can you just close out of that box, the
Yeah.
admin box? Because I feel like it worked because it came back.
Yeah. We need to close the box.
Yeah, just yeah. Well, try it one more time. But it's done that to me before, where it seems like it didn't work, but it actually kind of did work.
okay. So
The shield should no, it didn't work. So the shield should flip to white, and it did not. So for some reason, it didn't take. I'm not sure why.
okay,
That has
let's just
happened
try
before,
one
though.
more time.
Yeah, I mean, you got the push notification, so it should have worked.
But maybe the account doesn't have that permissions out of as of yet.
Oh, maybe, but I thought you were all administrative users. No.
That was the plan, but I do not know. Okay, so I believe so that we should be good. Okay.
Okay, so now it's on.
Yeah, that's weird. It's done that to me before. It didn't work the first try. So you can close that box out. And if you flip to
Okay.
her other monitor, that's probably where all her icons are. And yeah, just minimize. Yeah, go to the other screen and go to the desktop. I'll show you what I'm talking. You can get it from there too, but if you ever, yeah, 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 minimize that and go to her desktop. Yeah, so right there, I always keep it right there on the desktop. It's right there, the third one down on the left. That's the traditional printer utility, and I just find it easier to work with than the new one. There you go. You got it. Yeah, and
So
then not listed, because it may find it eventually, but I don't. I just do it manually. It's just I always have found it easier than trying to wait for it to hunt for a device. So if you just choose printer
should
is
I
not
add
listed,
manually, Mike?
I always manually add it because I'm impatient, and this may not even find the one you're looking for because it's pulling the entire network for printers. So if you've got that table up that NISJ made, she is going to be at the
Yeah.
North Adams Ashland Street site.
Yep. Just copy and pasting that.
Yep. You just need you don't need the greylock.lan, and you just need a double backslash first. Um, so she's going to be at the NAAS-DC01, and the greylock.lan, you don't need it. I don't know if it's going to stop you from doing it with it, but you don't need it for this part. So just after the DC01, just put another backslash.
Okay, just doing
And
that.
then it should query the site, and there are a few printers. So that's where you'll need the user's help a little bit because there's 3 printers in that building. No, there might be 4 actually. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, there you go. So she is on
Second floor.
the second floor. Try the
Okay,
second
so
floor one. If it doesn't work, if we do a test print and it doesn't print, we're gonna switch it to the first floor one.
okay,
We did some weird stuff where we moved a printer from the first floor to the second floor, and I don't know if I ever renamed them. So let's just test this one first.
So is Sarah
okay,
on the second floor?
She is, but that printer on the second floor used to be on the first floor, and if I never renamed it, it's wrong. But I think it's correct. I'm pretty sure I went
Okay.
back and renamed it a couple months ago.
Uh, Mike, we got a ticket, reset wire exchange password. So do I sign it to you?
You can technically I still have access, but I think they're going to remove it. So you can drop that back in case, and
Okay.
Luke or Greg will take care of it. But technically, Dave and I still have access for now, but I don't know what the long term of that is. So
okay. So it has been installed, Mike.
perfect.
Uh,
Yeah, and yeah,
so,
let's toss a
uh,
test page and make sure it
okay,
works.
okay, Sarah,
Make sure
can
we
you
got
please
the right
check
one.
if you have received any test page?
Let me go look. 1 second.
Okay.
And after this, do we want to jump on that call and we can pick this up afterwards, or do you want to go into another ticket? Let me know what you want to do.
First, we can go on the call and then we can do the other tickets.
I
Sounds
got
good.
it.
Okay, that's
Awesome.
great.
Okay, so you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Um,
Ritu, we can just disconnect the remote session then. Or Mike, any steps other we need to do?
that's it. So if you want to notate that you added a network printer, and you can reassign it to me if you want, because then I'll go and check the actual um, physical connectivity with the printer, or you can make me a new ticket, however you think is best.
We will.
Mike, we already have one ticket in the system. So, do you want us to assign it to you or create a new one?
Whatever you think is best. If you want to, say you did because you did do something, you did fix, you did add a printer, you could make it one ticket and assign a new one to me. However you
Okay.
think we should do it, I'm good either way. I will go check it out though.
Okay, sure, sure. We'll make one more and assign it to your name.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, great, great.